After you've fulfilled that and you've finished the isti'adha, move on. Bismillaahir-rahmaanir-raheem. That's the next thing to recite. Al-Basmallah. This is called Al-Basmallah. Allahu Akbar. Wallahi, if I sat here, gave you a lesson about Al-Basmallah, we will never finish. But I want to share with you just a few things so you can be conscious of what you're saying when you say Bismillaahir-rahmaanir-raheem. The best word, wallahi, the best word. Bismillah, in the name of Allah. When you say Bismillah, why do we say Bismillah when we read? Because when you mention the name of Allah upon anything, Allah Azza wa Jal fills that thing with barakah. Allah Azza wa Jal fills that thing with abundant barakah and blessing. Because Allah Azza wa Jal said in Surah Al-Rahman, He said, تَبَارَكَ اسْمُ رَبِّكَ ذِي الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ. So whenever the name of Allah is mentioned on something, that thing will become blessed. This is why, before you open a tap, say Bismillah, so that the water that trickles down this tap becomes blessed. Before you read a book, say Bismillah. Before you enter the car, say Bismillah, so that your trip could be full of barakah. Before you start your work, say Bismillah. Before you turn on your laptop to do your work, say Bismillah. Right? Before you enter the bathroom, say Bismillah. Before you eat, say Bismillah. When you wear your clothing, say Bismillah. So that your clothing could be of barakah during that day. So that your eating and your food could be a source of barakah for you during the day. And so nothing is different when it comes to the Quran. After you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, say Bismillah, seeking the barakah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when reading this Quran. Because when you say Allah's name before you do anything, that thing is going to be blessed and full of barakah, and you will see the effect of that barakah in your day and in your night. Bismillah ar-Rahmanir-Raheem. Allahu Akbar. And then you read two names, and the most beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ar-Rahmanir-Raheem. Why these two names, Ar-Rahmanir-Raheem? It could have been Bismillah al-Aziz al-Hakim, Bismillah al-Alim al-Hakim. However, it is Bismillah ar-Rahmanir-Raheem. Ar-Rahmanir-Raheem are two names of Allah Azza wa Jal's most beautiful and perfect names that refer to His mercy and kindness and compassion. So now when you say Ar-Rahmanir-Raheem, you better know now that this Quran is where you're going to find the mercy and the compassion and the kindness and the generosity of Allah Azza wa Jal. Here is the garden of the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. Here. This is where you're going to find the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is why when you say Bismillahir-rahmaanir-raheem, stop and become excited. Get happy. Get excited. Right? Smile. Because now you know the next thing you're going to read of the word of Allah, that is Allah's mercy. This is where you're going to find Allah's mercy. Al-Quran is a garden of the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. You go in and pick and choose whatever you like to comfort your heart, to settle you down. If you're experiencing a calamity, one ayah will remove this calamity and its worry in your life. If you're worried, if you're depressed, if you're sad, if you're anxious about something, all it takes is one ayah, and all that worry and anxiety and depression will settle down. We're speaking about spiritual depression here. That will all settle. If you're bothered by something, open the Quran, read an ayah or two, and you will see the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal in this ayah. You will see Allah's mercy in your life through that ayah. Allahu Akbar. This is why be conscious of what you're saying when you say Bismillahir-rahmaanir-raheem. Allahu Akbar. This book is a book of mercy. Even the ayat of punishment in this book are a mercy for us. Because it is from the mercy of Allah that He described to us Jahannam, that He told us about it, that He warned us about it. Why? As a mercy towards us, so we can keep away from it, so we know its reality. Imagine Allah Azza wa Jal never spoke about Jahannam and never described it. You know, what would we be scared of? We'd come on the Day of Judgment and we'd find a shock in front of us. Say, Allah, why didn't you tell us that Jahannam was this fierce and this hot and this terrible and this scary? Right? So it's from the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal that He described Jahannam to us. When you read Bismillahir-rahmaanir-raheem, understand this is the garden of mercy. This is where you're going to find Allah's mercy in this Quran.